Decide on your ideal self and live according to it, both by yourself and with others. Being the star at the center of your own mental solar system is what it feels like to not grovel for love. You can develop an internal magnetic field that draws admirers like natural orbits rather than pursuing far-off planets. Therefore, confidence becomes your power of attraction to others without the need for prayer or expectations. Just as the moon is drawn to Earth by its gravity, we are aware that love, conquering, or even sustaining a relationship calls for attention and dedication. It also necessitates showing the loved one empathy and patience. Above all, though, you have to be yourself in order for a relationship to be real and happy. We will examine the complexities of love in this video, making comparisons to Stoicism and turning the search for connections into a dance based on self-worth, trust, and most importantly, self-awareness. We will also explore personal growth, where every decision has an impact and shapes our course. Recall that we can all develop into our brightest selves and draw and sustain partnerships by doing the same ways stars do. Before we get started, I want to ask that you be strong and maintain your attention, and that you watch this video through to the very end, since all of the content is crucial. Remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. There is a couple, John and Sarah, who have been together for a few years now. John has always been very career-driven and focused on his job, while Sarah is more of a free spirit who enjoys traveling and exploring new hobbies. However, as time goes on, John starts to feel like their relationship is becoming stagnant and that they're not growing together. One day, John decides to take a step back and assess their relationship. He realizes that he's been neglecting Sarah's interests and priorities in favor of his own. He decides to make an effort to be more open-minded and supportive of Sarah's hobbies and dreams, and to actively participate in them with her. Over time, John's efforts pay off, and he and Sarah begin to bond over their shared experiences and newfound appreciation for each other's interests. They start to feel like they're growing together again, and their relationship becomes stronger as a result. In this example, John's decision to prioritize his relationship with Sarah and actively work on it is a great example of the principles of Stoicism. By recognizing the importance of empathy, patience, and reciprocity in a relationship, John was able to strengthen his connection with Sarah and create a happier, more fulfilling partnership. In the modern era, social media and technology have increased our alienation from society, particularly when it comes to face-to-face interactions, which makes developing meaningful relationships even more difficult. Although Stoicism does not particularly address romantic relationships, we will look at how Stoic principles might help you identify and understand patterns that might be influencing your decision to find a life partner in this video. Consequently, you become more equipped to accomplish your life's objectives by being aware of what is going on in your surroundings. Consequently, I advise you to always put rationality ahead of sentimentality while looking for someone who shares your values deeply. To do this, we must deconstruct the idea of love at first sight. This idea has been made popular by romances and romantic films, which frequently show love as an impulsive, intense phenomena, primarily connected to physical attraction or an unexplainable secret chemistry. This fantasy is not something to let your thoughts or societal trends fool you with. Love is not something that just appears in the sky. It is not a glittering item that you can find lying along a trail and retrieve as a treasure. Rather, it resembles a garden that requires attentive cultivation. It takes consistent effort, steadfast commitment, time, patience, and most importantly, trust. This is why the breakup of true love, particularly in betrayal cases, can be so terrible. Understanding the difference between basic physical attraction, obsession, and true love is essential. When we misunderstand these ideas, relationships can become toxic and troublesome, and parting ways with someone can become a very difficult task. Deep, long-lasting mental harm can result from this uncertainty, and many people occasionally find themselves trapped in this depressing state for years or even till the end of their life. In its most basic form, true love is about appreciating and respecting the worth and qualities of the other person. It's about valuing and loving your spouse for who they are, becoming as well as for who they are right now. This is the foundation of all meaningful, healthy relationship, including Stoic ones. Keep in mind that your happiness and general well-being are highly dependent on the relationships you choose to build. We've already covered this in another friendship-related video, which I'll provide a link to here after this one is over. Not only does this apply to romantic relationships, but it also makes perfect sense. Permit me to remind you that love needs to spread from yourself to your partner as well. In its purest form, true love is treating the other person with the same respect and love that you give yourself. In the same vein, reciprocity is expected from both parties. Reciprocity in Stoicism is defined as the habit of acting justly and generously in return for the good we receive from others. It is regarded as a necessary virtue for societal existence. Stoics hold that since we are all members of a broader community, we need to act in ways that are mutually beneficial. Reciprocity, then, is a means of encouraging harmony and collaboration among individuals by expressing our thanks and acknowledging what we receive from others. Despite its broadness, this idea is highly applicable to the lives of couples. In order to build the relationships that are crucial for a life together, or even to win over someone we are interested in relating to, we must practice reciprocity. By doing so, we show the other person our appreciation and admiration. Make sure your relationship is one of honor for your spouse as much as for you. Never offer someone more of yourself if they aren't prepared to return the favor. Maintaining a healthy heart requires you to preserve yourself, respect and value yourself, and know when to let go, even if it's a hard process. Remember that if you are unhappy and the other person's behaviors continue to cause you pain, even after you have spoken to them about it and nothing changes, the agony will only worsen and you will gradually lose your own respect. Your brilliance disappears. Love yourself, respect yourself, and learn when and if it's time to end it. Furthermore, keep in mind that time has the amazing power to mend even the most severe wounds. Although there will be wounds, they won't last forever, and you can't make other people change. Only you have the power to transform. Someone who is unwilling to go on that path for themselves cannot be changed by you. I encourage you to put the tenets of Stoicism to use if you find yourself in this circumstance. Don't concentrate on the things you can't alter. Holding your head high, look forward and let go of things that no longer bring you satisfaction. You are so much more than your transient emotions and sentiments. The choice of how to respond to a breakup is entirely yours. You have the option to keep your head up, take what you've learned from it, and move forward on your path with even more insight. You could be asking now how to pick a life mate. The most frequent error is putting an excessive amount of emphasis on appearance. Of course, I'm not saying that physical appeal is unimportant. It is a crucial piece in the puzzle of relationships and crucial to the survival of our species. But physical attractiveness is ephemeral, so don't let it be your primary criteria when looking for a mate. Because true principles, inner beauty and personality will eventually outweigh outward beauty and become more valuable in a relationship that lasts a lifetime. As I've already stated, physical attractiveness and youth pass So if your relationship is built solely on these factors, you will eventually come to doubt it. Seek to establish a relationship that is long-lasting and goes beyond the surface. Stay strong and active as the years go by. Do not become fixated on locating the most wanted individual who is physically flawless. You cannot change the past by today's standards, but you may envision the future. So try this mental exercise. Imagine yourself in a relationship a few years from now. Put your attention into finding a life partner who is very intelligent in this way. One day it will come, so choose someone who can be your best friend, your confidant, and your pillar of support through thick and thin. Seek out a partner with whom you feel secure enough to start a family and feel comfortable raising children. It doesn't matter if this is your existing strategy. Men and women can both benefit from this guidance. It's important to realize that no one is flawless, and that looking for the perfect companion that you see in movies will just make you feel like you have fewer options and close doors to opportunity. Refrain from concentrating all of your attention on one individual, particularly if they don't seem interested in you. We occasionally give ourselves away to people who don't even deserve us or feel the same way about us. In a desperate endeavor to win their approval, we squander precious time and could even sacrifice elements of who we really are. The tenets of Stoicism teach us to accept the things in life that are beyond of our control and that we can't control or manipulate other people's feelings toward us. Recall that there are a gazillion people in the world, and getting a no only means one particular person didn't think you were worth that much. In actuality, you are not losing out or getting turned down. Rather, it could just be an indication of incompatibility that you're not aware of right now, but will eventually realize and even value. Consequently, don't give up. Continue. There are a lot of people in the world who genuinely respect and admire your potential and genuineness. You underestimate the opportunities available to you. Keep in mind that every piece of information you acquire moves you closer to the yes that will transform your life. Emperor Marcus Aurelius was married to a woman of comparable emotional and intellectual standing. He was well known for his knowledge and passion for Stoic philosophy. They were one of the most renowned and powerful couples in Roman history when they were together. Beyond being the emperor's spouse, Faustina was a lifelong friend and equal in many ways. Their letters and joint state decisions demonstrated the depth of their connection and mutual regard. Marcus Aurelius and Faustina's relationship served as evidence of the Stoic values they shared and upheld. They embody temperance, justice, courage, and knowledge in their daily lives. In their personal relationships as well as in their administration, the cardinal virtues of Stoicism confronted hardship together, remaining composed and reasonable in the face of personal and political upheaval. Even as an emperor, Marcus Aurelius had to deal with the loss of a large number of his children, as well as the ongoing demands of running the Roman Empire. He turned to his wife for comfort and support during all of this. However, there were problems and rumors throughout their relationship. They were charges. Marcus Aurelius, however, steadfastly stood up for her and never let the hurtful remarks of others undermine their bond. This steadfast act of faith exemplifies the moral courage and loyalty that are Stoic values. According to the Stoics, love is a decision and an intentional commitment. We may all learn to love in this way, just like Marcus Aurelius and Faustina did, by selecting our mate based on qualities like as character, integrity, and the capacity to be a true life companion, rather than just looks or financial standing. These are the items that are genuinely valuable and durable. Tell us about your romantic experiences in the comments below, and let us know whether this video was helpful to you. I'll see you shortly.